Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league and halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks. The Jacksonville Jaguars. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. You're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Redding, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Out of the gun is Minshew. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Minshew. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
It'll be Minshew again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
2nd and 2. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run the counter. Freeman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Ready. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. It's complete to Fuller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Under pressure. pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Ronald Blair in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Minshew. The quick slant caught. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This has got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now stands at 13. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now Minshew. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Minshew sets to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the 1st half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And the Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Redding. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Paul Richardson, 69 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. You go tight. You got tight. Hit it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and break it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He'll look to throw.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now it's Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Redding. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle the team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw. Redding. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think that...
Hey, Delta.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. He'll rifle this one deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The throw over the middle taken in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, Minshew looking to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys in the past looking back at this game and saying,
and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
I got you, boy. Whip.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
It's caught by Funchess. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I'm coming after you.
To throw on third down. Redding. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he's got this down to the 35.
All day.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up third down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So on fourth down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, it's done, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Check 45 to Mike. On yard. Big dribble.
On third down. Done. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Minshew. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll look to throw here. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes this to Sutton. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means,
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Second down and goal. Minshew, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. They'll drop to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
2nd and long. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8th. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Paul Richardson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos get 1 score closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Minshew throwing on 3rd down.
Brandon, look like it.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Benny Snell, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 5. And that's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They're going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Now Minshew.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Got a man open, it's Ricky Seals-Jones. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So now another 2-point conversion attempt coming up for the Jaguars. It'll be Minshew again. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did.
Let's go.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again.